Hello and good evening and welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
I'm the Benchmonster
You get your glasses on.
because I've been in front of the computer all day and I can't see. Blurry. That's why you're here.
Okay.
I don't eat enough carrots.
You're just getting old.
Nope.
Sorry.
Some days I can and sometimes I can't. I don't know what's going on. So, post for 4th of July. A lot of people still have the week off, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you-
Short week. Got a lot to talk about. As you know, I posted in the bio, we experimented with the PR lifestyle elbow wraps. Seen Larry Wheels and another great lifters wear them. So we thought it'd be shits and giggles to try those out. And we'll check that out on Speed Day. Without further ado, do you have anything else to say over there?
No, just hope everybody had a good 4th of July, and thanks for being here with
Yeah,
us.
we ate a lot of food, saw a lot of fireworks, had some fires around here, but that comes with the territory. It's very dry.
I heard fire trucks.
Yeah, a lot of fire trucks. I got a ton of videos to showcase, so you want to start with those?
Sure.
Okay. Got to put the geek glasses on. Four-eyed geek. Yeah, it's real fucking funny.
It's cute.
Whatever. I got like 4 pairs of them. They're all $1. Dollar store. Step on them, don't care. First up, got a lot. 99% of the videos need backings. This is going to be a pain in the ass, but that's the way it goes. Not every video fits into this square. So, first up is Nathan, Knispel, Knispel. He's got a 500 deadlift PR, and he sent it to me today, and I said, you know what, I'll get it on there. So let's check out Nathan here. Pull a 500. Got the West Side shirt on. Cool background.
Oh, easy.
Easy rep. You got more in the tank, sir.
Nice. Like,
Smoke
easy.
show, dude.
Yeah, got more.
I watched that earlier.
Easy as can be.
And another video that came in earlier today. Austin McFarland. He's doing a 280 pin press. Intense individual. Let's check out Austin here. We've seen him before. He trains hard. This is something we don't do very much of in our training, pin presses anymore. We used to do them back in the day a lot, before I had the West Side method. We used to do them like the last 5, 6 inches, 3 inches at the top, and lock out 700, which we thought was something back then, in 2000 and what, 1? Long time ago.
Probably.
Yeah. No, maybe 98, 96, somewhere in there. I think they're very beneficial. We just need to incorporate them in our training more.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Austin.
Nice lift off.
The 280 pin
Good.
press.
Nice.
Pulled this one from the internet. Daniel Curtis here. He's doing a 1065 reverse band floor press for a 20-pound PR. And, wow, I don't need a backing. One of the videos I can just click. This looks like fun. Reverse band press. Looks like a Widowmaker. This looks like a kick in the pants. I want to try it. Those are average bands, I like to point out. At 7 feet, that's probably 80 pounds of assistance out of the bottom, maybe, depending on where they're hooked up at. Way to go, Dan.
Nice. Looked easy.
I don't have a Widowmaker.
You know?
No, I got some single ply ones that are red and black, but I got them a long time ago. Hey, do you remember a guy by the name of Scott Mendelson?
Kinda.
Your friend, my friend. He's a good man. Well, he posted a training video. You probably all saw it. Looks like 1180 board press. I mean, the kid still got it. Let's check this out.
Wow.
Inventor of the Mindy X Factor, which is kind of cool.
Is he using it?
Maybe I need to make my own shirt since I can't really lift anymore.
So then it's just a band shirt, not a regular shirt.
It's a band shirt. It's like a 2-board. All kilo plates. Looks really slick. F8 bench bar, I'm assuming, or Texas bench bar, not sure. Great handoff, 3-man. A perfect lockout, perfect line. I mean...
Yeah, they better. Otherwise, he freaking probably yells at him.
Well, I'm impressed. Just they get it out where he needs it, and there's no teeter-totter. That's a good lock. Good job, Scott.
I would never be his handoff guy. Ever. You couldn't pay me enough money to hand off for that guy.
Well, I don't
in
think...
any situation that mattered.
I don't think he's like he was in the olden days. I think he's
would not
gotten
put
more
it past-
mature
If he
with
misses
age.
a lift, it is his lifter's fault or his handoffs. People's
Well,
fault, 100%.
We
I
all...
don't play that shit. No.
Yeah. Well, I have a story to tell about that with
Not
old
his.
school. Here's a video that I don't understand. Not taking anything away from this lifter, Anthony Esco, 585 raw bench, but it looks like a gym like Brad Castleberry would train at. But what do I know? Looks like he's got some elbow wraps on. Cool. It just looks real effortless, huh?
No wrist wraps.
No wrist wraps, no belt.
Those look like real plates, though.
They look, I mean, I'm not taking anything away.
That doesn't look easy. That was not effortless. I don't know.
I don't know either. Way to go, Mr. Anthony. I saw it, and I'll give it to you.
Octagon plates. I've never seen those in anything other
Some
than
some gyms have those.
And yeah, but in like that size and 45 size.
There's a lot of gyms across the nation that have those. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're but they're like the size, like they wouldn't have them be that big and have them be like 25 pounds. Or
You'd be surprised what we could do these days.
You could.
I'm not thinking, but I'm just letting you know.
With
Next up.
Or whatever shape that was.
Nick Best. We hung out with him at the Fit Expo 216 or 15. Long time ago.
Yeah,
super nice guy. Pro strongman Nick Best. He's hit an 800-pound squat, and he's not a young man either. And he's doing awesome. He's in his 50s now. Let's check out Nick Best here. Where's he at? Right here. Looks like knee wraps and a belt. I wish I could squat.
Let's do the Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair, where's that at?
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if
He lives in Vegas, so he could be
you can see
yeah.
it. Something like that.
Gets good depth too, like somebody's yelling his depth or something. Great job, Nick. I know if I put that on my back and go down, you would never see me again. That's not funny.
You'd be a big pile on the floor.
I would be in a wheelchair. And probably these still moving, but not the bottom. Julius Maddox. I talked about this last week. I saw a video of him. This is a really cool video. 405 for 23 reps. What I saw about this video was the fact that when he's lifting it, it looks like the bar comes out of his hands at the top. It looks like it wants to fly out of his hand. Coolest thing I've ever seen. If you look close, you'll see it. Let's check out Julius here. Thought this was kind of cool. Strongest man in the world right there. And 405 is just a toy. But I watch his left hand, and it just looks like he could probably throw it up in the air 6 feet.
Is that Larry Wheels handing off?
Looks like Larry Wheels.
It totally looks like it.
Look at that. See how it wants to come out of his hands there? At least that's what I see. Smoke show. A lot of conditioning it takes, too. You got to breathe.
Yeah.
I think he takes a little break here, a little siesta at some point. Regathers his wind. That probably feels like 135 at his chest. Or 105. Larry coaching along the way. No short stroked reps, all full lockout. But that's tiring. Is that 20 some reps? Do we see it all? Well, I didn't count them.
I didn't count them. I just took your word for it.
That's what it said on the video on the description. Looks like Paul Loeffler sent me a video here. This was cool. 720 to a 2-board. Let's see what we can do with that. I got to put up an image, and then we're going to go to Loeffler here. Looks like the Fate shirt. I've seen those before. Got a lot of them in my truck, and a lot of them I've loaned to my teammates, so that they may have the experience of lifting in a shirt before they buy their own shirt. Set in the hands, awesome. A little bit of a 2-board there. I tried to enlarge this video a little bit more, but it got real blurry, so this is where I found a happy medium. He's looking good in that shirt. A lot of pop. Oh, geez. Sandbagger. Way to go, Paul.
Man, come on.
Was that your, did you go to 800 that day? Because you had it, didn't you? Next up, Dan Logman, 405 and a dark side bench band for 2 reps. 14 weeks post-surgery. Let's check it out. He's back in action. Picking it up here. Rotator cuff surgery. Had to cut through some muscle to get to it. So being cautious, but the body lets him know when he can push it. Of course, doctors would probably not recommend this, but he's not feeling any pain or discomfort. I think he's looking to do a meet in October here. Looks awesome. Hey, way to go, Dan.
Very nice, Dan. Glad you're recovering and healing up. So
He
well.
texted me and said he's going to be in a shirt soon.
Nice.
Yeah. His sons, Craig and Curtis, are up next, and they did 135 bench PR. That's a plate.
Big plates on.
Big plates on. When I was a sophomore, I did this for 1 rep. And it took everything. I rolled off the bench.
It took me like 7 meets to get this weight. Remember?
This is Craig, I believe. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. It just was the first name, the first video. So we're going to shoot for it. That is 135, and it's all glory there. Been training with bands, and it's starting to show. Building some strength and explosive power there. Way to go,
Nice.
Craig.
Easy.
Let's check out Curtis 135.
It's always a big
The brother.
stepping stone.
These guys
Big
push each other. This is really cool. Where will these guys be in 5 years? They'll be setting records. World records. I wish I started this early.
You gotta pause.
Spread that bar. Boom.
Yeah, that was competition legal.
Awesome job, Curtis.
Nice.
Hey, a plate's
Oh,
an awesome
Hell yeah! You remember how
achievement.
long I tried when I first started? How
Yeah,
long it
long
took me?
time for you to get a plate.
I was like
Back in-
20,
yeah,
it was
2009, 8, somewhere in there.
I was a teenager.
Well, next up we have Jen Hazard. She's pulling a 530 deadlift at 126 body weight.
It's crazy.
Holy smokes.
It's just stupid.
The lightweight pulling some big weight. Somebody gets in front of the camera, so I think there's a second shot you'll see from the front. But when you do big lifts like this, it draws a crowd. Not a lot of flex in that bar. A little. Oh, awesome lift there.
It's crazy.
You know what that feels like when you get that lift. At 126. I think she's been lifting a while.
It's insane.
Posted this on here because I watched this a couple times. This is what you do not want to happen on the 4th of July. I included it because a lot goes wrong. It's like a family out enjoying themselves. Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I thought that was bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is that this for us?
I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, I had to watch it a few times. I was like, that is really bad. But, you know, shit happens. I mean, when you're allowed to have firecrackers and stuff, you see people blow off their hands and stuff, and, you know, stuff like that happens. Europe. Not Europe, the country over there. You're up. You have 2 videos here, a 300 squat and a deadlift, which I don't know what we're doing. They require backings. So we're going to look at your 300 squat first.
Coming back.
You're coming back.
Trying.
Back was kind of setting you back, but
Still is.
oh, it still is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I'm spotting over in the corner of our gym where my chains are. 300 pounds. What do you weigh? 127?
I don't know.
You always tell me to spot, but you never go down.
Yeah, I am.
I've never seen you like.
And if you did, but if you weren't there,
You'd probably miss it.
Like myself, yeah. Because if you're not there, like my mind goes to what happens if I? Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss it.
So basically,
then
you're
it's-
focusing more on the weight and not like.
Like I'm
'cause
able
I'm
to
there.
think about what I need
Yeah.
to do. If you're
Makes
there.
sense.
But if you're not, then all I'm thinking about is what I'm gonna do if I fail and how bad it's gonna be if I fail. And am I gonna fail? Like you're not gonna, you're not gonna be successful.
I can't
in
run
that
over and
you're
catch it when
thinking.
when you're going down with that.
Oh,
Deadlift. How much is this?
350.
350. Okay. Flags in the background. That's where I hung the Trump flag and the Joe Biden flag, and everybody got mad.
They don't like that.
They didn't like that. They cried on Twitter like little bitches. Only a certain breed of people, but we'll talk about later. Okay, nice deadlift. What the fuck is that? That's like speed work. You're explosive off the floor.
just my back.
Just that top part there. Does that hurt at the lockout?
It just feels like, I don't know.
What's it feel like? How painful? Painful,
Not-
0 to
not-
10. That's what doctors say.
Not so much painful.
Sharp?
At that part.
Like a
Just
knife?
Like, no, it's not sharp. It's just like not right and tight. And like every time I pull, I'm like worried to fight.
It's protecting itself. Is what that's why it's tight.
Yeah.
It's not going to let you destroy it
It's
anymore.
not a sharp pain like when
I still think you need an MRI. All right.
there's something definitely not right with it.
This looked impressive to me. I don't know anything about colored weights, but Tank Murakami, 661 for 10 reps. I like the name Tank. I was like, is this his real name? And I went over to his Instagram page, and that's what it said. So let's check out 661 for 10. Strong, thick, and nice and deep squat, and some sleeves. Got the squat shoes on. I've never wore those in my life. I always squatted in Chucks or wrestling shoes, but that's a strong man right there.
Yeah, it is.
He's not even, his back is up and straight. He's not leaning forward.
Yeah.
Good depth. This kind of impressed me when I saw this. I was like, wow, that's a strong man. And he earns the word Tank as his name. Way to go,
Yeah.
Tank.
Nice.
Thank God they had collars on there that were tight, too.
Yeah.
It was that bar was
Because it's barely
bending.
like, yeah, they barely fit on there.
Cody Plum sent me some videos last week. Couldn't get them on in time, but one of them didn't play, but one of them did. This is Cody Plum, a 3-inch cambered bar, 385 plus 80 in chains. I have to put up a backing like I do all the time. So let's check out Cody Plum. Cody bounced back from a forearm break faster than I've seen anybody, but I've never seen anybody break their forearm either. So that's a speed rep, Cody.
That was easy.
Yeah, that's a sandbag. Why'd you send me one video? You should have sent me like the next 3 sets.
We added weight,
Yeah.
and it actually got hard.
One rep Max was saying that he didn't have a good workout, but you know what? He still showed up and he still worked out. And we got some exercises, football bar and a bamboo bar, I believe. Let's check out one rep kicking some ass. I kind of included weights, Spanish pronunciation. I included it all except the music. Copyright. That's a football bar there. Some bands on it. That's an earthquake bar. We have one of those. Doing some skull crushers with it. Some floor extensions.
De tricep.
What's that?
Oh, I was reading the Spanish.
What's it mean?
Barra bamboo.
What's that mean?
Press vertical. Extensión de tricep. Oh, like
Kicking some.
You
Oh,
look at it?
hey, look at this. He does an extension on the floor and then was doing some presses with it. That was a good. I'm gonna copy that.
vertical
Yeah. He was doing the extensions like this and then some presses, like some floor presses. Thank you, one rep. We're gonna steal that
Nice. Very nice.
and use it. Okay, got to get to my speed bench and max effort. This speed bench workout, usually on Friday, we get in at 4, what time? 40, start at 5, we're out at 6:10, 6:15. We were there till 7:20 on a Friday. We spent a lot of time playing with these elbow sleeves. I knew nothing about them. I'm not a fan of like super tight elbow sleeves, but these interested me because Jose brought a pair. And he brought them into the gym and he was using them and I saw some improvement on his raw bench. So Heinz ordered a pair for me, thank you. And I'll talk you through it. Let's check out Speed Bench. Starrett here wearing those with 375. We used a regular bar. We didn't break out our bar, so it's going to take me a minute to figure out what's on the bar. It's usually 380, so that's 375. He likes them. I'm still warming up raw. I don't know when to put them on, so I think I used them as wrist wraps here to try them out as wrist wraps. And I'm just being me. Starrett here putting more weight on, I think 425. Those are 25-pound plates on top of 375. That's 50, something like that. I was like, this is kind of, these guys are making a few more reps and a lot more weight on the bar, raw. Starrett got slack on his form there. I didn't like that. So they wrapped these on so fucking tight, and I want to try them at 375. And look what it did. It rolled. I couldn't touch. I thought I was going to break my shoulder because they wrapped them like I was going to do a 1,300 squat, and it hurts. My hands were white, and I was like, I don't like these things. So I come back, I wrap them looser with 405, and I'm like, oh, now okay, I see how these are kind of working. You don't need them like super tight. Jose puts them on here with, oh shit, what is that, Ashley? 485, 480, something like that. And he's locking stuff out. I know there's a special way you wrap them. I'm gonna have to ask Larry Wheels how you do that. Heinz wearing them here with 475, 85. Get your ass down. But little butt action there. So I put them on with 495 or something, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get this, but I shot it, took it high, and I shot it back, and my hand was opening on the right side, and I was like, okay, I got it. I kind of like them, so I ordered 2 pair. They're on sale. Decided to do some extensions with bands. You know how we do it. Always hitting those triceps immediately after. I wanted to emphasize here behind the camera that we push towards our feet. A lot of guys, when they do the reps here and they push towards they do the pressing movement, they just close grip it. You got to angle towards your feet like that. Push towards your feet. Try to take the front delts out of it. Then I think we try to come back and do some 10 more extensions, but it was not good with that super crazy light band on there. I hop in next. I was like, well, I wonder if I should put those elbow wraps on again. I guess this is called a Hoff press, kinda. But usually after we press it 10 times there, we come back and do 10 more extensions, but we decided to just do the 2 different movements. We did 3-4 sets here, adding weight. Jose getting involved here. If you want to blame somebody for introducing PR lifestyle wraps to the Benchmonster crew, you can blame this guy. He brought him to the gym and got us addicted. And we actually destroyed one of the wraps because we were putting them on so tight, we ripped the Velcro strip off the end. So I don't think they need to be super, super tight. But I'm still convinced there's a wrapping method to putting those on your elbows. Because I watched Larry Wheels' video, and he's got them really condensed around the elbow. They're not like up and down both sides of the forearm and the biceps. So what do I know? My first day on the job. So we added a 10. I know this is boring, but this is what we do on Friday at 5 o'clock. And I ran out of gas there. I was peppered. Short rest periods. Everybody's going back to back. Broke the football bar out. Got 2 of my chains. That's 20, 40, 60, 80 in chains. Not all of the chain comes off the floor, so it's probably 70, 65 in chain. Still hard. I'm bringing that thing right between my eyes. Some people bring it behind their head. That works for me. Adding weight, of course. Try to make an extension and not a press. These are hard. We do a lot of this stuff. A lot of extensions.
Yep.
Yeah. I always like to add something to the bar. Oh my God, we're done. We did push downs. That was Friday. Max effort day didn't occur on Tuesday because we have 4th of July. So I put out the word. Wednesday we'll go at 5. So no excuses. Kind of a piss poor workout. I just want to make one thing clear. The decline apparatus we used, I'm going to go back a little bit in time. But first, the pad itself is like this wide at your ass and this wide at the back of your neck. And the screws were loose, so you did this thing. Somebody recently somehow bent the bottom of the bench because you get on it, and I was seeing a lot of teeter-totter, and it had these, I don't know, we should have switched, but we had a new guy join the team. His name's Dalton. You're going to see him on here. And it was more about coaching him. He's from Alaska, just got down here. Big, strong kid, strong man, 3 lift lifter. And he's never done decline 315 for reps. I think he said he did it once, maybe. I don't remember, but the point... Or flat bench. Decline at all, right? He's never done 405 in his life, and he said that's a goal. Well, we made it come true on a decline. This was kind of cool. I didn't have the greatest workout. I didn't like, I got a bad handoff. I don't think I included it here. I was using the Dark Side Atlas, and I like to go 5, 6. I went up to 7, and I took the handoff out, and the guy on the left was holding on to it. And Jose, thank God Jose's got eyes, because he's a side lift lifter for me, and he told me after I did that lift, a couple of them, he says, you're taking the handoff out, and your arms are bent. And I said, well, the uprights are too low, which we should have raised up. And then he also said I took it high, and so he coaches me along the way, because I can't see what's going on. But let's check out max effort real quick. So a little 405. I'm just not very stable on this thing. I'm not making excuses. Hines went raw, which is pretty impressive. He did some great lifts. I wanted to get into my Atlas green at about 800, but I didn't make it past, here's 585, and that was a good handoff. It seems like when we got to the 3-man, it got weird. And it didn't turn out too well for me, so I backed down was what I did. Hines, 585 raw. I'm staying close. That looking good. Not that one, though. That one leaned forward. I pulled that shit. We don't get hurt. Can't afford it. Stare it here. 405, 415, 420. On the decline. Came to us with a 420 bench, and he wants another rep. We didn't think he was going to get this one because Jose was going to rack it. But that son of a bitch hit another one. Thanks. Jose here got a little elbow wrap on with 495. Not too shabby. Here I am with whatever that is. Oh, 680, 675. That was the bad handoff. And then I was like, left side was holding on, and so they took it out again. This time I took it high or something. I don't know. It fallen, but not stable. I guess I kind of got that one. I don't know. Well, I didn't do too well. Anyway, stare it here again. Put 10 more pounds on the bar. Pushing in a straight line, hitting low. Hines with 405 plus 110. Kind of break out some red plates because those big, thick 45s were taking up space. We didn't have our bar. This is a gym bar. It was bending at 500. Here's our new guy, Dalton, here with 3 plates, a quarter, and a 10. He did 315. We worked him up in increments, and we're going to see 405 from him next. This didn't work out too well. Oh, yeah, I dropped down to 625 to redeem myself, to get my groove down. But it was just, everything was feeling sloppy. Hines, 405, 110, plus 20, plus 30. He was looking strong. This is really cool. You know, you bring somebody in the gym and we're coaching him. This was his day, really. We wanted to help him out. 405 bench. This really made his day. A little slow out of the hole, but lock at the top. We're going to keep working with him. He's going to do a strongman meet pretty soon. 405, 110 plus 50. Whatever that is. Nice belly bench. That's where you bring it. You don't want to bring it high. Rolling dumbbells on the flat. We haven't done these in a while. So I go 90s. I was making big jumps. It was like 65, 90, and then 105. Here's the 105s. I'm kind of like throwing those out of the bottom. Throwing them. Jose picked up 105s or 110s. He always ones up me. So, well, that's good. You need that in training. Somebody to push you. It's kind of an extension and a press, but who cares? It still does the same thing. It's hard to roll those out of that hole and extend. Short workout because we got to work out tomorrow.
Well, it wasn't short.
It wasn't short, but we didn't want to do too much because we got a bench tomorrow. Yeah. And we don't want that to affect our next Tuesday bench. So I decided to just shut her down because I looked at Hines and I said, hey, in 48 hours, we gotta do this again. And I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. We kind of talked about dumbbells for some reps. I bring the Emax bar in, put some kettlebells on it. We might just bench that. But Tuesday is very important, and I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize our Tuesday's performance. Yeah. How I do it?
Well, that's speed and max effort. You ready for the chat?
Chat them up.
All right. Jimmy Cobb was here first. Hello from me and Katie. Hey, Jimmy and Katie.
Hello, Jimmy
Good to
and
have you
Kate.
guys here.
Hope you're enjoying your
Love
summer.
seeing your name in there. Yep, hopefully you guys had a good, nice 4th of July. Paul Loffer. Hey, guys. How's it going? Hey, Paul. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. Nice lifts, by the way.
Strong.
Matt Brooks. What's up, y'all? Hey, Matt. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Glad you could join us. Paul Loffer. Body weight is up, and it's all coming together. 6 weeks till the meet.
Looking strong,
Nice.
too.
Yeah, it's looking like it's
Looking
ready.
healthy.
Jimmy Cobb. What's up, everyone? What's up, Jimmy?
What's up, Jimmy?
Glad you're here. Nate says extension into pullover into close grip bench. That's Coker's dirty 30s.
Yeah.
So that's what
That's what we did.
that's what one rep was doing.
What? Oh, okay. Dirty 30s. Okay.
I think that that's what he's saying.
It was so it wasn't an extension, it was a pullover. Okay. I need to watch it again. It looked like it was an extension or something. Thank you, Nate.
Extension into a pullover.
Into a pullover.
Into close grip.
Okay.
Howard Weingarten. What's up, Benchmonster fam? What's up, Howard? How are you doing? Got a meet coming up soon, don't you? How are you feeling? Well, you're feeling ready to rock? Can't remember what the date was, but I feel like it's a few weeks.
He does have a meet coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week's training is going to be interesting. We're going to turn up the volume a little bit. We're getting closer to a meet. I think we're like 14 weeks out from October, and that's the IPA meet that's coming to our gym. And we're going to really start putting together some sophisticated training methods. And like I said, I talked to the guys, and doing 2 boards every max effort bench on this show is kind of getting old. So that's why you saw us on the decline. We have to switch some things up once in a while and get off of that 2 board shirt shit, because we do it repeatedly all the time. It's horrible. And you're not going to get any stronger doing the same exercise week after week after week after week, no matter what the circumstances may be. So, we got the floor press, we got the decline, we got reverse band, and we got the board presses. So we never max out on incline. Supposedly we bought a new incline from an old gym I used to train at, and it's actually one where you can use your legs somewhat. Our incline bench that we have, your butt is like 4 inches from the floor.
Yeah.
And it is horrible, and I don't like it. And so I'm kind of waiting for that to come into the gym. But yeah, a lot of things are going good. We got a new recruit, and we didn't want to scare him away first workout. And we kind of made it clear when he walked through the door that you don't have to do what we do. We just pick the exercises. You decide their sets and reps. And we're going to push you a little bit. And that's why we pushed him up to 405. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't safe, but he 3 reps at 315. We went 335 for 3, 65 for 1, and 85 for 1. And I said he's got 405 in him, and sure enough, so that was a good thing. He walked out of there very happy, and that kind of made our day. We'll see if we can continue that success and help him build a little bit more speed and explosive power off the chest. So he has got a great lockout, just a little slow off the bottom. So we'll work with him.
Nate, you got to do workouts that you hate.
Oh, I hate a lot of them.
Remy Shirley, rolling dumbbells look hard. I'm scared to try them. They look dangerous. LOL.
They can be, and I didn't
I wouldn't
record.
go heavy.
I didn't record Dalton's reps. He was doing them correctly, but when he rolled them back, they would hit the bench and he would relax. And that's one thing you don't want to do is when you come back and you make contact with something, whether it be your shoulder or the bench, you don't let go and then fire, because you will irritate those tendons that run over the elbow. And once they're inflamed and pissed, they stay like that for a long time because there's no let up. All the rolling, all the extension. I mean, this is the strongest part of our bench right here. So I did a lot of coaching that day, and they're not dangerous. You just start really light, get the momentum down, get the technique down, and video them. You can't see what you look like, but on camera, I revert back to the camera. Like when I took that bad, what was that? 705 we had on there. I didn't include that in the video. I took that bench out and Jose said something, so I went to my camera, watched it, and I go, sure enough, look at that. It was like starting here, and they feather it out of the uprights, and it wasn't like taking it where I need to take it, super locked. So, not complaining, I'm just stating facts. I don't make excuses, but when I do something wrong, I want to know what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. So I dropped down to 625, and when I went under set up under the bar, try to pinch my shoulders, I usually do it when I grab the bar, but I put my hands all the way up past the bar, pinched the shoulders, then put them under the bar, and did the 625. Thought about doing the 7 again, but handoffs were a little sketchy, so I was nervous. Don't want to get hurt. Even me. I'm not invincible to injury.
Matt Brooks, I've been touching in the shirt all the time. I've been touching in the shirt all the time in the shirt since I've been going out to lift with Doug Smithy.
Touching all the time is a good thing. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with touching, because that's what you got to do in a contest. I mean, you can do all the 2-board you want. Take 2-board away, and it's like a whole nother world. And a 2-board isn't an inch. It's 1.25 inches, I believe. So that's quite a bit further down and quite a bit further up. So the fact that you're touching is really awesome, Matt. Still like to recommend incorporating some board presses, starting from abnormal starting positions in the bench, coming down, staying tight, and exploding from that position. That works sticky points, I believe, especially when you have a chain or a band on there. Makes it a lot of fun. So, been doing this for too long. It just keeps going and going, and I keep showing up, no matter what. Don't miss workouts unless I'm dead in jail or dying. So, not there yet. But I'm proud of myself. So, I had stenosis in my neck that for 7 months last year. I didn't miss a workout, man.
Remy Shirley, how much weight did Dalton use? What is a 400 bencher's starting weight for rolling dumbbells for learning?
We started him out with 30s. He picked up the 30-pound dumbbells, and he was kind of doing them just strict like this. And we tried to explain to him how you drop the elbows, roll them back, and then you don't just push up from here. You kind of kick your elbows again and start them. It's all in this movement. If you do them super strict, you're going to real jack this up here. You can do them, but not heavy. So start light, get the technique down, and just move up slowly. And eventually you'll get up to weights that are heavier, obviously. So, but we started him out 35s. He did 40s, 45s, and 50s for his work sets. And he started to get the rhythm down, and we were barking at him when he would relax. I said, don't relax at the bottom.
Nate, is it possible to do cambered bar benches with a shirt?
Absolutely. What type of cambered bar do you have, Nate? An old school 5-inch camber? Or a Duffalo bar camber? Or what? You absolutely can touch. It's a couple of inches, whatever camber bar you may be using. And yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't. We don't.
It would just probably stretch out your shirt. I don't know that I would.
Yeah, it would stretch out the shirt a little bit more. That's one concern I have about these band shirts. You know, I never got one right out of a box and measured like I did with Phenoms, the narrowest point where the sleeve attaches to the body, and then lifting it, touching it over time, and see how much that widens up. I don't know that answer. So you will stretch out those bands a little bit, and it would be common sense that they would stretch and the shirt would open up a little bit more. I don't know how much that is. I know Inzer's new Phenom back in 2015 was a 1/2 inch. Because I was real particular on like this is real stiffy material. How much does it stretch? Because I come from an era when you had a Phenom that was a 1-lift shirt. 7-inch chest panel, 1.5 inches, 8.5 after you touch. One touch. You come down in that shirt and touch once, that 7-inch panel, 8.5 now. Now it took, well, I don't know what a 7. I think a 9 was like 950 or something. And I would touch 950, put it up, and then it would be like 850 would come down in it. Same spot, same sleeve. Yeah, I didn't like it. So that's why he reinvented that Phenom shirt. But
I was just asking out of interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, I never really thought about that. But I don't know if I've ever seen that. But yeah.
Duffalo bar would work.
No reason you couldn't. Yeah.
I don't know how many gyms have the old school 5-inch camber.
Yeah, I missed that.
I missed that one. That was a son of a bitch touch.
That other old thing.
Oh, I know where the bar is at.
Because then you put it back and it would feel like you're doing a 2-board.
Yeah. We saw it. I know where it's at.
I love it. Yeah.
I know who took it.
Anthony Caruso. What's up, guys? Just heard Ryan's episode of Table Talk the other day. Awesome stuff.
That's right. I go to Table Talk and I'm like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be fun, cutting edge, whatever. And I said, I made this up in my mind. That's why I started the show out the way I did. I didn't want to go through the rigmarole of, when did you start powerlifting? How did you start powerlifting?
We do.
That's what we do. Yeah, we don't have a R-rated or X-rated show yet, so. But I thought it was fun. Got to tell some stories. A lot of stories that were left untold. I had a lot more to tell, but we were at the 2.5 hour mark. Didn't feel like that when we were wrapping.
No.
Felt like about an hour.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah.
Don't bypass me. Let's see.
My crazy, adventurous life that I've been on so far.
Nate.
Enjoyed every minute of it.
For sure is an expensive hobby. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, back, like I said, back when I had that Phenom, they were $380 for the Super Duper Phenom, Super Duper collar, reinforced stitching. Inzer couldn't make a 4-ply at that time, so it was 3-ply and $385, and give or take a few bucks. I was ordering 4 of those every Sunday night. Would come home from Sunday from training here, drive an hour home, call Inzer up about, we used to talk 11 at night, and I said I need a 7, and he had the pattern already down. I said 7, 8, 9, 9.5. Opener, second, third, and the 7 was the 11 shirt. So, and after I was done, took them all off. Paul Roch did the Frankenstein stitch, where he takes the chest panel, folds it over, and he had a stitching machine that with Dacron, and he would doctor them up and use them. They were hand-me-downs, but he used them. Did that for, I think, the whole year, 2007. So if I was to get a bill, I could not afford to pay that. That's 1,200 some bucks. That's 1,500 a week times 52 weeks. Yeah, wouldn't work. But I'm sure I made John Inzer money like I did when I had the first 800 bench, because I was told by Powerlifting Superstore, Spokane, Washington, Camp and family ran it. It was an Inzer distributorship, and I would go up there and see Michelle Campen, and every time I go down in the office there where all the products were, she would say, Ryan, you don't know how much money you're making John Inzer. I go, what do you mean? He goes, she gets so many calls per day. I want the shirt Ryan Kennelly has. So
Nice.
yeah, I think I did good. Wish I still could, but I'm old and falling apart.
John Smith asked what meet was it where you bled out your eyes.
Mendelssohn Classic,
That
2000.
was Arnold.
No, I bled
Did it
there
happen
too.
more as a
Hit the Arnold
sales?
too. But it was the Mendelssohn Classic, 2007. Opened with a 903, and then I went 947, put on another Rage X shirt. And you remember how those fucking shirts would just, it was like an elephant on your chest. And back then I could pull my head back. That's how I fucked up my discs in my neck. And I'd pull back, and all that pressure I felt it. It would come up into my head, and then I felt it in the tear ducts, and I kept my eyes open, but then I closed them because I see the blood shoot 4 inches up, the stream. And I closed. And then I would get up and have to do this. Because you ever get blood in your eye, and that's happened a few times, and not necessarily on the bench, but it's hard to see. It is a son of a bitch when you got blood in your eye. You go blind. Like, you can't see shit. So that's why I always did the dog technique and kind of shook it out and wiped it off and went back to battle.
Paul Loffer, I want to be like Ryan and Jimmy.
You will. You keep doing what you're doing, Paul, and all your dreams will come true. 110%. No half-ass. That's how you do it. Keep pushing. Play safe, though. Body tells you something or does something weird, listen to it.
John Smith, what was the most Paul bench?
805. I was there that day. He barely got 405 raw, and he Phenom, or must have been a Phenom back then, and he went 805. Buck came up that far, but no one gave him a red light, so more power to you. Because I handed off, and I backed off and looked, and he came down and touched, and when he pushed it up, Paul was the inventor of stickum on the ass. He had a singlet that had so much white, crusty fucking spray stickum, the 3M shit you get at the hardware store. There was pubic hair and dust and bugs all that have locked into that. He got in trouble at a Wabdo Worlds once, or some Wabdo meet, because he laid on the bench and I coated him down because that's what he wanted. And he would always get a singlet he wore like a 5X, but he got like a 7X. So there was a lot of play in the butt. So his
Yeah,
butt
we're
could
still
come
not
up,
doing that.
but the singlet stuck to the bench. When he got off the bench, it went, and the judge said, And then that became a rule in Wabdell. Can't you stick him on the ass? Thanks, Paul. To ruin it for everybody.
Remy Shirley, this is a couple weeks already. Maybe you mentioned it in the past show. World's Strongest Man 2023 is now a Canadian.
I did not know that, Remy Shirley.
Not know that
I don't keep up with World's Strongest Man.
No, I don't know.
You know, Kazmaier, the old school people, and that dumbass, where's it? This guy here who thinks he's the world's strongest man. I don't know what's going on in that. You know, I don't watch a lot of bodybuilding. I don't watch a lot of strongman. Kind of stick to what, our faction. And that's good to know. I don't know who the individual is, but right on, man. More power to him.
One Rep Max is in the house. Hey, One Rep, good to have you here.
Good to have you, One Rep.
Not too much.
Great
You're
workout,
doing
One Rep.
well. Yeah, nice lift.
Hey, where's AJ? Why did he miss a workout? Just curious. We didn't miss one. We showed up. We fought. Wednesday. It was hard. We were up late, too, Tuesday night. It was hard to go to bed with bombs going off. But it was like 2 in the morning. I had to put the earplugs in really deep. And didn't get a lot of sleep. Got up kind of early and still went to battle.
That is the last.
That's the last one, huh?
Yeah.
Ashley's doing some house sitting.
LOL, he's in Vegas, I think.
What's he doing in Vegas? He better be training. He's got a meet coming up on October here. He can't miss workouts right now. I'm going to text him later and bitch about it. He better have found a gym and got in something.
I'm sure he did. Still got his in over there.
Oh, great. Thank you, One Rep. I hope you're not covering for him. I'll be very mad if you're lying to me.
One Rep wouldn't
Yeah.
lie.
I'll believe you.
Lie to us.
I believe you.
You wouldn't
There's a lot
lie
of
to
cool
us,
gyms in
yeah.
Vegas. I haven't been there since 2007. That was for senior nationals. That was a good meet. That was the one where we went back into the, after the main day, there was a 2-day event, but the main day when Gary Frank, Vogelpool, all those guys were there, we went back in the warm-up room about 10 at night, and it was just covered with like garbage and push out blister pack tablets, and we were picking up things, and it was cool. I was sitting there and Gary Frank took a bottle out. Well, I better not say. It was cool. It was cool though. It was
as I know.
badass.
So as far as One Rep knows,
Yes.
he got his stuff in his workout in over there.
Okay.
Which I figured he did. How was y'all's week? Sorry I missed a lot. Haha, been quite a few days. It was pretty good. We had a good 4th of July and pretty decent week so far. How was your 4th of July and your week going?
We're going through a heat wave up here. It's like
pretty
102 like every day for a while now. So I don't do much outside. I don't do well in heat. That's why I didn't live very long in Florida or Texas.
John Smith, are you able to talk supplementation when you were steady competing?
It wasn't a talk, even amongst our crew, because everybody had their own methods and nobody really we didn't compare oh, you're doing that, you're doing that. That's not what we talked about. It was just straightforward. I mean, Paul at the time worked for the Department of Energy, so that's a government job. So he's not going to say anything. And a lot of people came and went.
I think he's wanting to know about your supplementation when you were steady competing.
I didn't.
Just wondering if you're willing to talk about that.
When I was steady competing?
Yeah.
I don't remember talking to anybody about it.
I'm sorry,
I don't understand
he's
the
not
question.
grasping
No.
it.
Tell me.
Are you willing to talk about what you took when you were competing?
Yeah,
steady?
I've talked about it.
Okay, that's
With
what he's
Dave Tate.
asking you to do.
With Dave Tate. I've already told him. The creme de la creme. Polish Omnidron. Russian D-ball. I told him. Lil Tran tried that one time. That was a horror story. Did I tell that story? Well, besides jumping over the Jack in the Box counter, but there was a lot of stuff we left. When you're on the spot, you don't think fast because time is money, and the next guest was kind of sitting behind us, so I couldn't really forthright the thoughts that I wanted. But there's a whole nother hour of some fun things to talk about. Off-topic training things too. Battles that I was in with people and wars. Never lost a war. Lost a few battles in my life, but never a war.
Anthony Caruso, any thoughts on training you using RPE? rate of perceived effort? You
Don't
know much about that.
Don't know much about that. No, I train a different way. I load the bar. I have a specific method that I used back in the day to take me from in a Rage X in February of 2007 of 905 and getting the Phenom 3 months later, and at December of that year 1075. So I knew how to do it, knew how to program it. Never bought a training program. Just found a method that worked for me. It's a 5 or 6 week prior to the meet. I had a method: 4-board, 3-board, deload, 2-board, 1-board deload, opener contest, and then I would do other things too to make sure that I would peak at the show. No use peaking at your best bench two weeks prior in the gym. That's stupid. A lot of people do that. I've done it. We've seen it. 2 weeks out, you're like, that's your best bench, and you go to the meet and do 70 pounds lighter than that, and you're like, why'd that happen? That's when you sit down and try to figure out, well, how do you peak at a meet? How do you come in at the meet your strongest? I figured it out. Tried to help people with that method, but everybody has their own way.
And Daco, it's in Diego, I assume San Diego. It's barely coming up. Haha, the mornings are still pretty chilly, and the days are just kind of warm and sometimes cloudy.
Okay, I'm coming down,
Weird.
San Diego.
Yeah, that sounds much more pleasant.
Imperial Beach. That's where I'm going.
Brian Thompson says Don Reinhardt died at the age of 78 on the 4th of
Saw that on the internet. Thoughts and prayers go out to him, his family, and yeah, I saw that. I didn't like to see that. That was sad. I saw it on Facebook quite a bit, so that was sad to see.
That was very sad, and that's just very heartbreaking. Definitely.
Old school powerlifter, man.
Thoughts and prayers to his family.
He set the stage for, the lifters to come after him in his era. So, I believe he was the first man to pull 900 or something, squat 900. I forget. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I used to have it right at the tip of my tongue all the time, but you don't say somebody's name for 6-7 years, you kind of forget, or it's Alzheimer's. I don't know. I drink a lot of aspartame. I guess that's gonna be banned soon. So no more Diet Coke, probably. You're gonna get brain cancer or something.
1 rep max. Oh, and did those wars involve baby oil in the chalk bucket, in the chalk bowl, bro?
No, that was an enjoyable experience that we
Well,
talk
the
about.
war you want, yeah.
No, the baby oil was that came. That you gotta understand. 1 rep. It was baby powder in the bowl first, and then baby oil. I know oil and powder don't mix, but I don't know where Paul would have gotten baby oil to put in the bowl. But
Why?
yeah, I don't know. Paul never carried any baby oil.
Oh, Brian corrected the 3rd. He passed away on the 3rd.
On the 3rd.
Still.
Yeah. 78 years young. Wonder if he had any pre-existing health issues he was dealing with, or just, it happens on a day when God wants you. I don't know. That's sad. It can happen anytime with anybody.
That's very
You don't know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for anybody.
Scary. Be talking to somebody 1 minute.
Could leave here, drive to the store, get hit by a drunk driver, and be gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's scary. It's really scary.
Or shot,
That's why you never
since
wanna
everybody
watch.
shoots everybody now. It seems like I turn on TikTok or somebody's got a gun and shooting people. It's crazy out there in this world. It's getting worse. Makes you just want to stay home and hide.
1 rep max. Hell yeah, come on through. And yeah, the story kept changing. No worries.
Yeah, I was going to call him recently and just say hi, but a little nervous. Don't know what he'd say. He'd probably say, why'd you tell that story on Dave Tate Show? Because people love it. They love to hear it. Our tribes and tribulations as competitive people. And our paths have crossed and the things that happened. And it's old history, but it is what it is. I came ready for that meet too in Ukraine. It scared the shit out of me when we got there. Because all we had was, they didn't have any beef. It was hoof and mouth disease. So we had like sheep's liver and wine and bottled water and caviar. It was really weird. They laid out the red carpet for us though, until we found a McDonald's and a Italian place downtown, which they wouldn't let us go without security. I didn't realize why, but God, that Italian restaurant we went to one time with Paul, Rob Leondo, Paul Key. I think it was Kidder. We sat at a table, and I remember this chick that was sitting across from us, a gypsy, like a real gypsy. And Paul said, "Don't look at her in the eyes, or something will happen bad." So I took my plate and I put it up like this. In front, she was like 10 feet away looking at us. I put the plate up. Paul said it. I don't know anything about real gypsies and spells they can cast on you, but I didn't want to get jinxed.
Remy Shirley just slammed 4 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. Is dope.
Oh yeah, we eat those all the time. We're not supposed
We like
to,
those
but
little cheeseburgers.
yeah.
I'm so sick. I gotta get gain body fat, man.
They should be buy one get one for
Doctor's
$1.
orders.
I don't know.
That'd be cool. They used to be like $1.
Yeah, not
They're
anymore.
that anymore.
No, inflation's took them up to like $3 almost a piece.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there.
Brian Thompson, like to see Becca Swanson, Sean Frankel, or James.
Yeah, we haven't
Brennan
had a
on the
guest.
show.
We haven't had a guest in ever. The world's wide open, and it's summertime, and a lot of people vacation, and it's just pinning somebody down for I don't know. It was so easy with COVID because everybody was home. It was like, oh, you're gonna be on a show, yeah. Then kind of COVID kind of slowly broke out, but people were still home a lot. Now it's like we're out and about. So until the next pandemic starts before the 2024 election, is what I heard.
Probably.
It's the next one.
I'm surprised. I would not be shocked.
Yep. They don't want Trump in there. I know that. Been doing a lot of research on that. Actually, they said they're going to assassinate him, so that'd be cool. That's what.
Well, I still think the whole January 6th thing was completely a staged thing to try to be able to impeach him. Like,
let's see what
the
happens.
Capitol building thing. One of the most guarded buildings in we've got armed security guards.
The police opened
and
the
you're
gates
telling
for
me
him.
that's what I'm saying. It was planned, and it was so that they could blame that on him. And get
Alex
impeached,
Jones
which
was
is a
talking
pretty
about that
fucking
recently. I
weak
like him.
case. Like, who?
Alex Jones. Okay, where we at? Paul Loeffler.
All I do is eat, sleep, work, train, fish, and spend time with family. Society is full of
Perfect,
idiots.
Paul. That type of work ethic and family value will take you to the top. Stay healthy. Get blood work done once in a while. Check that cholesterol. Make sure everything's good on the inside. I do that every 6 months. So I usually have a pretty good diet, but diet goes to shit when I get close to a meet or I want to put on weight. That's one thing too. When I did that Dave Tate show, I read some comments somewhere that I was running out of breath. Yeah, you poser, wannabe, mere queer, whatever's. Put on 28 pounds in 2.5 weeks and get back to me. Oh, wait, you can't do that because you don't know anything. That's what I did. I said, the Arnold's coming up. I was 318. I went up to 338. Something like that.
Dave knew. That was like the first thing he said. He was like, did you peak for the Arnold?
Yeah.
Did you
I'm coming out here big.
I don't know how he
That's what Chuck Vogelpohl said, too. First thing he said, hey, Chuck, he goes, what did you do to yourself? And I said, I bulked up for the Arnold. I was big.
Remy Shirley, Ronda Rousey potentially making a comeback now that the Lioness has retired.
Yeah, go figure. You're going to come back when the greatest in the world is retired. Try to be somebody again. All I know, Shamrock, Tank, Abbott, when they did the wrestling thing for so many years, they came back. They weren't the same person. And I don't know if she's
been gone for
she's been gone a while, doing her little bump thing in the wrestling world. I don't know if she's going to come back and be the Ronda Rousey we saw many years ago. But let's see what happens.
Shocked. I would be very shocked.
Yeah. Shamrock came back and he didn't do well. Tank came back. He didn't do well. Wrestling softens you up, I think.
It's so different.
It's so different.
Paul Loffer, I get my blood work every 4 weeks before my cancer treatment. Everything is looking good. Cancer enzymes are getting
That's great news, Paul. Good news.
Great news. Yes.
Good.
Very glad to hear that.
That C word's a mother. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that word.
Yeah. And so much that deals with our food and shit they're putting on our food, in our food, that makes us sick. It's hard to know what to buy anymore. It's not going to give us troubles.
That is the last comment.
That's the last one?
For now.
Okay. Well, like I said, you're house sitting and taking care of how many animals?
4.
4.
3 cats and 1 dog.
And they're special treatment animals. They need medicine and they need something and something. What do you got going on?
It's not quite. The last time they had a couple, like they had 3 of the 4 needed. It was different. Like it was a couple different pets, but those
you got your
pets have
hands full.
passed away, and they've got new ones, and so
Are they
don't
behaving?
require as much. Yeah.
While you're leaving me here with
The cat started. One of the cats started making like a horrible noise
That's
that
not
freaked
good.
me out, like he was in pain or sick. But I texted
Howling?
her, and she said he just does that.
Okay.
He gets irritated and with the other cats. And,
Well, what am I supposed to do here while you're watching cats and dogs over there? I got to take care of 3 cats over here tonight.
yeah, you got to take care of our.
Well, let me get rid of one of them because we got a rotten apple amongst the bunch. So when you come home, there might just be 2. I'm gonna go drop him off at a wealthy neighborhood. We'll find a
Come
home.
back. He knows his way back.
If they scan the chip, they're gonna bring that sumbitch back to our doorstep.
It's got a chip.
Damn it!
You ain't getting rid of him as easy as
No,
you
I don't
think, my
think so.
friend.
I don't think so. I didn't know he was chipped.
Paul Loffer. Good night, guys.
Good night, Paul.
Paul. Thanks for joining us. Nice lifting.
Send me videos.
Nice benches. Yeah.
Yep, everybody should know. I mean, if you send me videos at benchmonstergmail.com, I put them on the show. Or I get them emailed to me, or I get them messaged to me, or I get them my own way when I see something kind of cool, and that's how we do it. But I have a lot of people that send me messages of some cool lifts, and I appreciate that. It helps me, so I don't. This is kind of a job here, you know. It takes up a lot of my time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday's a busy day for the show because that's when I do a lot of the work. But I'm always searching for videos to save, and so when I have a wealthy amount of videos, I don't want like just 3 videos and speed bench and max effort and we call it a day. So I try to incorporate some cool stuff that I see, and a lot of stuff I see, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen already, thumbing through on your cell phone, you know, social media. So I do the best I can. I need a guest though. I know people are getting bored.
Yeah, you can't stare at these 2 idiots for
Nope,
too long.
it gets boring. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you. Yep.
Get some
Nice
to
knowing
eat,
you.
And then we'll be out of here.
We're gonna eat dinner first.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm hungry.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm down like 2 pounds, so let's find some food.
Maybe into Arby's or something. That sounds
Arby's?
Beef and cheddar.
Had a bad experience there recently.
When did you go there recently? We haven't been there long.
Last time I was there, they were slicing the prime rib, and it was at the end of the prime rib where it's most overcooked and like shoe leather. And it,
Get a beef and cheddar. Then.
you know, if it's wrong, you know me, I'll go say something. I will. I won't hop over the
Be
counter.
polite.
I'm
Say
well.
something
I'm
without
gruff.
being an
I'm
ass.
gruff with people, but I don't want them spitting in my food. So
That's way
please, will you
polite.
give me a new sandwich?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
This one's a little raggedy. Okay. Hey, everybody have a good weekend.
Yes,
Friday's
thank you
tomorrow?
so much for joining us.
We're in July already, the 6th.
Hope you guys have a great Friday tomorrow and an awesome weekend, and enjoy the sun and
Summer's flying by, people. You got to get out there and enjoy it.
fun water stuff.
Spoto.
Photo.
Yeah,
As a
that.
guest.
Yeah, I'd love to have him. I don't.
People.
You know, one thing about Spoto is you don't see anybody interviewing Spoto. Like, I'm not the only one to reach out to him. I'm sure people reach out to him and want to. I've never seen an interview with Spoto in a long time. I don't know if he's not interested. I don't know if he. Yeah, I don't know.
Where did you type it again? Eric
Spoto, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what he's in Vegas. Effortine would know. But yeah, he had that rotator cuff surgery, and what Effortine told me last I talked to him a long time ago was everything feels great to 600. Then he gets scared to death going anything heavier than that. That's what Effortine said. So
Eric Spoto, please.
I would love to have him. I could reach out to him and
You could try it.
try it. I have his phone number somewhere. If it's still on my Facebook Messenger at the very bottom, because we spoke a lot about. He gave me a lot of advice on how to take certain supplements with grapefruit juice to increase their potency. So, and he went into depth with it. The guy's very smart on a lot of things, and it was very impressive to hear him give me that information. And it wasn't one sentence; it was paragraphs of. He broke it down on the enzyme in the stomach that starts with a P, and why the grapefruit juice 20 minutes before you take anything. Like they used to put it on prescription bottles of pain pills. Don't take with grapefruit juice. You don't see that on there anymore because people do it, and you're getting a more potent dose of that medication. So, yeah.
He's silent. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. He maybe
It doesn't hurt to
lives a
ask.
private lifestyle,
Maybe
just
we
doesn't
could
want to.
get- Maybe we could get the rare, precious interview that nobody's gotten with.
Might have to fly to Vegas and then find him in a. I think he's a night owl. I don't think he's a morning person down there. Last I heard, he was. Effortine says he does a lot of, not the word gambling, but horse racing stuff, betting, and he's really good at it. So
Nice.
I'm not sure if he's still in Vegas. Maybe he moved.
Say.
I like to hear the story that Mendelsohn told about him when Mendelsohn owned a weed store long ago, and said that they shut it down because Spoto came in with a gun. I remember that story. Mendelsohn blamed him for the shutting down of his business because Spoto came in with a gun. Not how true that story is, but I love to ask him that question. Never forgot that. I put stuff in here and I keep it sometimes.
You're a celeb in the bench world. He would go on, I hope.
I hope so. I'd have to
I was
text
kind of thinking you'd have a shot.
Effortine. That maybe he'd want to do it later, and you guys might have to watch it the next day, like 10 at night here. What's that? 12 o'clock there? I don't know. 7. It's 10 o'clock there. That's about prime time. Vegas, 10 o'clock at night. 7. No, 8, 9. 2 hours. Or 2 hours ahead of us. Or 1. God darn it! How far away is that? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah,
See what we can do.
I gotta find his phone number.
Reach out to him.
Say, hey, remember me? I have this stupid show called Benchmonster TV. Would you like to be on it? No, it doesn't hurt to ask. I'll see what Remy Shirley. I'll see what I can do. I still have to reach out to Pete Rubish. I haven't done that either. I've been getting some invites to do interviews, but I just haven't had time to sit down and find the right time to do the interview with some people. But yeah, I want to go back to Dave Tate's Table Talk and talk more about things.
Well, maybe if we go to the Arnold again this next year,
We can do a part 2. Anybody check how many views I have on my video on YouTube? He was at 88,000 last time I checked. That's pretty good. I hope it made 100 by now. I haven't checked. I was going to check it earlier. I'm going to check it when I shut down the show, actually. I was impressed. A lot of people watched it. And you can't do nothing about it because statute of limitations are over. You can't go back and take me to jail for what I said, because that was over 7 years ago. And yeah, so I can say what I want about Mexico story. Yeah, it's part 2 to that story too. Didn't get to tell that one. Okay, well, hey, let's go find some food.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same place, same cahoots.
Thank you for showing up and being here with us tonight. We hope you have an awesome Friday tomorrow, a great weekend, and an awesome start to your week next week.
You can't see me.
Can't see me.
Yeah.
And we look forward, as always, to seeing you next week. Love you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.